Hey everyone, welcome back. This is Misty from Misty Sharing God's Blessings. Thank you for coming to my second episode of my podcast. I just started it last week. If you haven't checked that episode out, it's on my channel. It says part 1 on there, and let's get started on this journey together. Today, we are going to talk about drug addiction and drug addiction recovery. The first episode was on mental health, and that's a big basis of my channel, along with Jesus Christ and my family. I make family videos, and I've been doing this channel since 2017. But we're going to have a little bit of a story time today. I wanted to give y'all my story on my addiction and recovery. And also, if you want, hop over to my channel after this and you can see my full testimony on there. Okay, so we'll get started, and it's difficult to talk about. It's not easy. But here we go. Okay, when I was 16 years old, it was actually on my 16th birthday, so-called friend threw me a birthday party, and at that birthday party, they offered me some marijuana and alcohol. I'd had neither one in my life at this time before that. So, that night, I was offered those things, and I did it. And I was in a little town about 20 minutes outside of Dallas called Sigleville, Texas, and that's where I'm from, the Dallas, Sigleville area. And so that night after that, somehow, I don't even remember this, but somehow I was in the back of a truck and just decided that I was going to ride around in the back of this truck all night in Dallas at 16. So a little bit after that, I started dating this guy. I won't say his name, but I started dating this guy, and he decided that he wanted to get some. Okay, I don't know really what I can say and what I can't say on YouTube, so I'm just going to spell this out. He got me some METH, or us, not just me, but us, and so that night I was in Sigleville, Texas again, and was at a rundown motel on the side of the highway. And inside of that rundown motel, I was in there doing METH, or METH, at 16 years old. So, not my best moment. But anyway, so now not only was I on marijuana, I was also on that too. And then at 19 years old, I met my husband, and we've been married almost 30 years now, but not actually met. We met at 14, and then we actually got together when I was 19. And we got married also when I was 19. So, he also came from that background of addiction and partying and just wildness, and when you do that and you got one person coming together with another person coming together, and they're both on that same path, we just clashed together, and it was just a big explosion. And we went on every drug you can think of from there out together. And you know, drug addiction is hard. You fought that battle every single day for the rest of your life. You are trying your best to stay clean and stay on the right path. It's hard sometimes. But anyway, we just stayed wild like that for many years, and but there is a good part to the story. When I was 30 years old, at this point we had lost everything. We were about to get a divorce. We had two daughters. And finally, after all these years, the bottom had just completely fell out, and you'll have to jump over into my full testimony to hear like all the details to the story. But in 2010, like I said, we were about to get a divorce. We were about to lose our kids. We had lost our souls. We were gone. And so in 2010, something very beautiful happened. I went to a women's shelter for troubled women with mental health issues and drug addiction, and it was a faith-based program, and I went there, and for the first time ever in my life, I opened up a Bible and learned my first verse. I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me, and I've kept that in my heart since then. But I was in this program, and I was able to get off the drugs there. I found Jesus Christ there, and because of Him, I was able to get off of those drugs. My husband was able to get off of the drugs. Me and him and both of our daughters got saved and gave our life to the Lord. And you know, you can get sober, but like I said in the video earlier, just because you come off of those drugs does not mean that you're just healed, because you're not. You're not healed. And there's going to be times that you may accidentally slip into something again. But this time it's different because I have Jesus Christ in my heart. I'm not living for the world anymore. I'm living for Him. So even when I make my mistakes, or I've had my slip-ups, and I have had my slip-ups. But the thing is, I was able to catch myself and be like, look, you don't want to go back down that road again. You don't want to live that lifestyle again. You want to be good for your kids. And now my grandkids, I have 4 grandkids now. So it's not going to be a perfect journey. And if you slip up, don't be so hard on yourself. It's about how you get back up and you stand again. And the important thing is you're realizing your mistakes this time. And so, if you don't understand the disease of drug addiction, I'm so happy for you. And to the ones that do, I pray for you, because I know that it's a hard journey and it's not easy. but I want you to keep trying. And if you are trying to come off of drugs or alcohol, keep trying, keep praying, get down on your knees and pray harder than you ever have, because I'm proof that you can do it. Is it going to be easy? No. But if you want to change your life, you cannot keep doing the same things over and over and over again and expecting any kind of different result, because it's not going to happen. You have to set your mind to it, that this is what you want to do. And to the ones that have family members or friends that are drug addicts, until they are ready, they're not going to listen. I would not listen until I was ready myself, and I had fallen so far down to the ground that I did not have, I was either going to die, I was going to go to jail, or I was going to give it to God and let Him take care of me. And that's what I chose to do. And you can too. You can do it. But thank you for listening to my story. I was so happy to share it with you guys. And remember, don't give up. You've got this. You're special. You're strong. You're beautiful. You're amazing. And most importantly, you're a child of God. And with Him, all things are possible. Thank you for coming to my second episode. It's going to get better from here. This is just the beginning. I'm learning. I'm growing with this channel. Thank you to the ones that have been supporting me. Thank you to the new ones that are supporting me now. And let's go on this journey together. And I will see you next week for episode 3. Thank you. Bye.